So how do you create a brand that truly represents who you are and the products you sell, as well as building a business that you can scale online? That is what this podcast will help you do. My name is Henry Kamin Jr., and welcome to the Brand Doctor Podcast.
Let me just make this statement loud and clear. Jersey's here, Jersey's here.
What is going on, guys? Today's topic of conversation is why pretty websites often don't deliver the goods. As I was putting together this episode today, there was a song that came to mind right away.
Fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
So let's break this down a little bit, okay? Oh man, where should I start? So the question is, why don't pretty websites deliver the goods? And I want to use this example for a second, okay? Think back. I'm dating myself now. Think back to when you were dating somebody that was extremely attractive, right? Yet there was something off, and you couldn't figure out what that thing was. And if you had to go back and think about it, you would say to yourself, they just lacked personality. They lacked substance. You couldn't connect with them because they wouldn't let you in, because they were so consumed with themselves. There was no connection emotionally. They were just that pretty face. Right? I want to go back and tell a quick story about a client of mine who spent $25,000 on his website and got absolute ugats out of it. You're probably asking, what does ugats mean? Well, it's an Italian slang word that means zero, nothing, zip, nada. And I felt bad for him because, man, he loved this thing. I mean, this thing had all the bells and whistles, and, man, it looked sharp. I'm not going to lie. I mean, this was definitely a website that could have won an award aesthetically, but it wasn't bringing him any business. And unfortunately, what's the sense of having a website if it's not going to bring you business? So when we sat down and I started to audit it, he realized that the whole thing needed to literally be ripped down to the studs and rebuilt, because there were certain elements that were missing. So what are those elements that need to be included in your website so that not only will it be gorgeous, but it will have everything that will get somebody excited and interested in your product, service, brand? Let's talk about this, okay? So I want you to take a look at your website. All right, well, I'll get into that in a second. But let's look at a website as if it was a human being, okay? And as we all know, as human beings, what happens to our looks as we get older? They fade, okay? So you can have the prettiest website on the planet, but eventually that flashiness is going to wear away. That's why I laugh at these guys that really put, their material assets in their marketing, because I laugh because I'm like, this could all be taken away from you tomorrow. And then what is left to you? And if anybody's going to hire me because of the car that I drive or the house that I live in, like, I don't want those people as clients. So let's get back into this for a second. When there's nothing left, when all that flash fades away, what happens? the business typically goes under. All right. So some of the things that I want to address is this. I want you to start to look at your website and look for these core things. When you go to hire somebody and you're a potential client, I want you to find these things on the company websites that you're exploring and see if they're there. If they're not, I bet you it's going to have a huge factor in your decision making, whether or not you're going to hire them or not. Okay. I want you to look for personality. Does the website have a personality that you would be interested in, that would connect with you, that you could feel? What's the backstory of that company? Do they share it? Right? And I don't need to know like, oh, my grandfather started this business 25 years ago. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the story that got them to where they're at today and why they're doing what they're doing. Right? Does it evoke emotion? Are they using video in their website? Video is one of the best ways to connect with someone, right? Because you're hitting a lot of the senses that maybe just a podcast doesn't do, or the written word doesn't do. With video, you're seeing emotion, you're seeing a lot of that stuff, and that triggers a lot of things. Okay? Do they have videos of behind the scenes? Do they have videos of them working with clients, right? And kind of showing the experience, right? These are all great connection builders, right? Does it have the who, what, why, and how answered? Who are they? What do they do? How do they do it? Why do they do it? Those questions answered on a website is going to bring in that personality that everybody is looking for. That's it. That's it. That's what we want. That's what we want. So I want you to think about this for a second and ask yourself, what if you looked at your website as an actual person? Like, what if it was a human being in front of you? Would you be its friend? Would you trust it? Would you buy from it? Would you connect with it emotionally? If not, we have a branding problem that we need to get resolved. Okay? So here's a couple of things that I want you to do after you listen or watch this particular episode. Okay? I want you to go back to your website today and give it a little audit. And I want you to look for these personality traits. Personality. Relevancy. Does it evoke any sort of an emotion out of you? And if so, what is it? Does it throw salt on a wound that you want to be healed? Does it make you laugh? Does it challenge your assumptions? Can you connect with it as if it was a person that you would meet for the first time and walk away saying, you know what? That person was pretty cool. I would like to evolve our relationship. So I want you to think about that today. I'm going to give you a little bit of homework today, because I want to see your website starting to help you. I want to see them do something for you. I just don't want them to be a pretty face online. Because we all know typically those pretty faces, and you know this, you meet somebody for the first time and it's all they're doing is looking at themselves in the mirror, or they're you've met these people before, right? That's what the flash, they're wearing all the high end stuff. 9 times out of 10, they got 2 nickels of scratch together in their bank account. I don't want you to be those people. I was those people way back in the day, and it made no sense. It was a huge facade, and it was a tough way to live, man. I'd rather you lead with your personality, because that's what makes you you. That's what makes you different. And you may find people similar in life, but nobody's going to have the same personality as you. Nobody's going to have the same backstory as you. Maybe similar, but never the same, because there's only one you. What's holding you back from putting that out there? Because I bet you the people that resonate with your story, your why, your how, your what, your who, are going to be the ones that buy from you. So why not lead with that? That's what's going to build that connection. That's what's going to help your website sell you before they even get on the phone with you. So I'm going to share with you again this live training that I did last week on YouTube. You could go check it out. It's called Why Your Funnel Sucks and How Branding Can Fix It. If you just type that into YouTube, you're going to come up. It's going to show right away. And I want you to watch that video, because I think it's going to help you build that foundation that you're looking for. That's really going to help you build this business out structurally, where it's going to sustain a lifestyle that you're going to be really, really happy with. When I slowed down and took a few steps back when I was building my business, and when I got stuck a couple years ago, and I really started to look and build that strong foundation first, then I was able to move much faster once I got it built. Once I got that foundation built, man, I was off to the races. Now it's a matter of, how do I consistently improve? That's it. How do I consistently improve? So do the homework. Go check out your website today. See if it has the human personality traits that I talked to you about today. And if not, we got to get them in there, because people connect with people. Whether you're a big business, small business, personal brand, consultant, coach, or you're a solar panel installation company. People want to connect with people. So don't be afraid to put that personality out there, because the right people are going to connect with you, and the wrong people will stay away. And that's what you want. That's great marketing. That's great branding. And that's staying true to you and designing the life and business that you want. So don't forget it, guys. Have an amazing day. I'll catch you on the next one real soon. Take care.
Hey everyone, this is Henry Kamin Jr. again. And really quick, I want to invite you to a one-on-one consult with me right now if you're looking for the clarity and focus you need to build your brand. Over the past 13 years, I've served hundreds of entrepreneurs that have great products but struggled tremendously with articulating its value to their ideal customers. You didn't get into business to just change a few lives, did you? Your ideal clients need you. And when your brand has precision-crafted messaging coupled with beautifully thoughtful design that sounds, looks, and feels like you, they'll know you're the perfect match for them. If this is something you're struggling with, what I want you to do right now is pause this audio and go visit www.uniquedesigns with a Z at the end, not an S, .net, and book your one-on-one consult call with me. Remember, the quality of your brand will determine the quality of your clients, and the quality of your clients will determine the quality of your life.